What's up, y'all? It's Jonathan Rollins. I'm back with another reaction to a Swedish classic. All right, before we get started, I got to remind you about my comedy club. The Laugh House is almost back. Go to thelaughhouse.se. Get some early bird tickets to all the shows this fall. We're going to have shows between the last weekend of August and Lucia. Shows every weekend. Yes, and a lot of times I'm hosting the shows. Sometimes I'm just doing some comedy there. All the time is great comedy. There's English shows, there's Svenska Klassiker stand-up. We got comedians coming from all over Europe to make you laugh. It's just a fun time. Come out, laugh with me, and make sure to say hello if you come to a show. I've also got some podcasts. I have Sova Hender, Teach Me Sweden, and Sven FL available wherever you get your pods. I'm going on tour, so you can go to livenation.se, check out my artist page. You'll see the dates that I'm going to Sundsvall, Falun, Norrköping, Karlstad, Västerås, Skövde, Halmstad, Lund. I'm going all around. Come holla at your boy. Watch my show, Embarrassing the Family. I'm really proud of it, so check it out. And finally, I'm on Patreon, patreon.com/Jonathan Rollins. Join the party. We got Tuesday night hang after parties. You can jump the queue with reaction suggestions, ad-free stuff. There's never any ads over there. Things like that. Come on over. Join the party. And now it's time for today's reaction. Today I'm going to be reacting to a song called Vart tog den söta lilla flickan vägen by Justy. A little bit about the song. It was released in 1993 on their album Plast. I like that title. And this is not one of their chart toppers, but it got a lot of radio play, and it's said to help solidify them in a transition from underground rap and like funny rap into more melodic and nostalgic. It's said to blend rap with a bittersweet tone. I'm guessing they were more hardcore before, I guess, or more tough, or I don't know. It looks like they're watching me watch them. It's a little intimidating. It feels like they think it was kind of deep, because it's said to reflect on lost innocence, passage of time. I was thinking when I saw the title that the song was like leaving the club, like where did the cute girl go? But now I'm thinking it might be from a father's perspective. Where did the innocence lost type of thing? Okay, we might have something deep here. Fun fact, the group's name, Justy, is a pun. As you could probably hear, it's supposed to be like, Justy. And that term means a lot to me because I used to do my lessons when I was learning Swedish from my wife's grandmother, Birgitta. Shout out to you, Birgitta. And whenever she would quiz me sometimes on stuff, or she would ask, try to get me to understand something. And whenever I did, she would go, Justy, whenever I got something right. So I loved hearing Justy from Birgitta because that means I got something right. Or my pronunciation, like she would drill me on my pronunciation if I'm saying something wrong, or like some stuff like that. It'd be tough for me to say like sköljmedel or something like that. If I'm saying it wrong, I might say sköljmedel. If I'm trying to read it, she's like sköljmedel, and she'll repeat it, and then I say it right, and then when I finally get it right, I get my Justy, and I'm like, yeah, got it. Give her a high five and scare the hell out of Birgitta. But that's just the name of this group reminds me of my connection to this country and learning your language. So it means a lot. But the name is also said to reference Just D, as in just dance or just do it. That sounds like something they might have came up with later to sound deeper. It's just used to it, which is dope because that means the right thing. I like it. They were very active in the 90s. They released 6 studio albums between 1991 and 1995. That sounds almost like some, they were cracking the whip over at their label. Get it out of there! Come on! They were working their butts off. But they're considered pioneers bringing Swedish rap in Swedish to the mainstream in the early 90s. So that's pretty dope. And I've heard them rap, so I know that like my expectations of the lyricism is not that high. All right. Plus, this is the 90s. So the 90s, with the level that I've heard of them, I'm not expecting some lyrical miracle stuff, So I'm not going in with that, critical ear. I'm just going to check it out for what it is. Which brings me to my guess. I'm going to guess the song goes something like, Vart tog den söta lilla flickan vägen? Jag vet inte. Hon var bara 3. Det känns som igår. Jag vet inte. Vart tog den söta lilla flickan vägen? Jag vet inte. Men nu är hon en kvinna. Plötsligt. That's the chorus. And then they drop some bars, you know, some old school bars. Hon är här nu, hon var där förut. You know. But let's get into it, man. I'm really excited to check this one out. I got the lyrics right here so I could read along as I listen. Let's do it. Here is Vart den söta, lilla flickan vägen by Just det! Okay. Okay. Hold up. Hold up. This beat is, and this 90s beat, I would have been dancing my ass off back in the day. I would have been 11. I would have been dancing my ass off, first and foremost. It feels a little late with that sound, but I love the sound. And then a little, I love the beat. But, I mean, I didn't look at the lyrics. And I was kind of saying what they're saying, you know? Ingen vet, jag vet inte. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying my guess was a lot slower. Theirs is doper. Already, I like the hook. But, you know, I'm just saying that I was feeling them. Fingers on the pulse, man. Fingers on the pulse. Let's keep going. I was talking about, I thought it was going to be trash. I thought the verses were going to be trash. These dudes are snapping. This is 1993. And they're flowing like rapid fire on the verses like this. What? It's kind of basic when you look at the rhyme scheme, you know, AABB or whatever. But still, it's still the way they're flowing. Man, this is some... It's a really, I'd like the level. The level is higher than I expected. And it's not like I did have lower expectations, but they just blew past if I had high expectations. Well done, man. 1993? It's like, I was going to say Beastie Boys, but their flow is better than Beastie Boys. They're better than that. Let's go. And a dope hook. I love how they do that.
Oh god.
Näsdotter tar en dusch. Man ser att någons farsa börjar le. Men vänta vad en egen dotter är. I logen och tittar vilken grupp. Och då tänker han hopp. Vart tog den söta lilla flickan vägen? Vart tog den söta lilla flickan vägen? Vart tog den söta lilla flickan vägen? Ingen som vet, ingen som vet.
dope video too.
Flickan, vägen, vart och den söta lilla flickan, vägen. Den söta lilla flickan, vägen. Den söta lilla flickan, vägen. Vart tog den söta lilla flickan vägen?
Woo! That was Vart och den söta lilla flickan vägen by Justi. My mind is blown. That was, I was ready to be like, all right, it is what it is. It's 1993, old school, blah, blah, blah. I can't expect lyricism to be where it is today. Rap has changed so much, intricate lyric, blah, blah, blah. I was ready to hate, man, but I can't hate. I got to congratulate. And wow, what a song. It's a banger. That is a banger. I can't believe these dudes are cranking out the lyrics like that. I'm shocked. And that old school feel. And maybe I'm just old. Maybe I'm old and there's that nostalgia to those days when rap sounded like this, but I'm still shocked at the lyrics. There was one time the rhyme scheme he used in the second verse when they didn't do this back then. Like when he said "Ova har hon för idoler, kolla hennes väg," and then the next one he rhymed väg with dreg, but then he brought in the next line with med skägg, like to lead it in, and that people weren't doing that back then. That started with like DMX started that. I guess you could say like Big Daddy Kane, you know what I'm saying, with that. But leading in the next line, that's a little advanced for 1993, man. I'm so impressed by the lyricism in it, and they stuck with the story. It wasn't like some BSing. And it might be because the first song I heard of theirs was that Christmas song, Nu är det jul igen, and that was so basic of verses in there that's what I thought they were. I'm glad I got to hear this version of Justi, and I'm glad that Patreon subscriber, I don't remember your name, sorry, suggested this and got to skip the queue so I could hear it now. So, and they kind of knew what I would like, I guess, because this was dope, man. This was dope. Well done, man. This was fun, man. I'm going to be listening to this again. I'm putting this on some playlist somewhere where I'm going to be jamming out to this a bit because they had a little scratch interlude, not long, but like a little scratch session in there. I like that they, at the end of it's just dope. Everything was dope about the song, man. Really good, man. I'm impressed, man. I was ready to hate on y'all, man. And I was wrong as hell. Really fun, man. Thanks for that suggestion. Keep the suggestions coming. Sometimes I get shocked like this and it's just dope, man. So keep your suggestions coming. Go down in the comments. Let me know what song I should react to next. If you see some song suggestions that you think are a good idea, then leave a like on those because the more likes, the more likely I am to add them to the ever-growing list. And speaking of that list, the next song I'll be reacting to is called Glorious. And it's by Andreas Johnson or Johnson. I would say Johnson if I see it like that. Haven't done an Andreas Johnson song before, so looking forward to that. Stay tuned for that. Don't forget to like, subscribe, get notifications, and most importantly, spread the word. Let people know about this American comedian living in Sweden, reacting to classic Swedish music. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next classic. Peace.